Hello and welcome to the Good Imaginations podcast. Tonight we will journey to the Wood Elf Kingdom, where you can unwind, reorient yourself, and if you would like, fall fast asleep. Before we begin our adventure, make sure you're settled. If you are seated, get comfortable. Listen to your spine and relax your shoulders. If you are lying down, get your covers and pillow where you want them. Create your nest. Very good. Now, take 3 deep breaths with me in preparation for the journey ahead. Let go of your day and travel to a vacation for your mind. Imagine with me. See, smell, and be present. Breathe with me now, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow and even. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now, shut your eyes and let's drift off to the site of tonight's adventure. You are out for a stroll, hands in your pockets. The countryside around you is lush and deep. Everywhere you smell the richness of pines and the soft, mulchy smell of decaying forest floor. You love this forest. It is a bit ominous, with its tangle of branches and ferns and heavy moss, but that's one of the things you love about visiting the country. The sense that there's another kingdom here. Someone else is in power. And it isn't cruel, wealthy braggarts in suits. It's the woods. Nature has an icy breath, an eternal plan of its own. Something ancient and primal and pure still lives in the woods. You think about old legends as you walk along, fairies and sprites and gnomes. Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, Puck, fairies with cobweb hair, and talking animals, and men with dark eyes and antlers, and lush feasts. As you stroll, it begins to grow dark, and you feel a yearning inside yourself. You don't want to go back. You want to keep going deeper and deeper into the forest. You've read old poems about how much the sea called to sailors, how much the sea represented craving for adventure, craving for the unknown. You feel that craving now. Something is calling to you. You realize there is so little that's still unknown. Humanity has dug up everything, labeled it in jars. The sea is no longer a mystery, nor the sky, nor, increasingly, space. You feel that ancient rush of yearning, not for the sea but for the forest. You want to meet the unknowable. You want to tip forward into something breathtaking and immense, something that is pure discovery. You sense that something ancient is here, something with power, with a mind of its own, and for once in your life, you just want to meet the strangeness. You don't want to do the same things as everyone else. You want to jump headfirst into something so strange, you can barely understand it. Night falls, and you continue. You're not worried. It's still a pleasant walk. These woods are healing. There's a golden glow from the light of the moon, and you realize you must be nearer to civilization after all because you see some lights in the distance. Very well. This will be your exploration then, finding whatever cottage or resort is nestled in the ancient pines. As you approach, you begin to notice a silvery sound in the air, like bells. Then you think you hear a choir. An incredible choir. Have you stumbled across a woodland concert hall? A theatre in the woods, perhaps? You're intrigued. The path becomes cleaner, clearer, more intentional. It's wide, and suddenly as you round the corner there are candles on either side of the path, in green glass globes. Oh, how beautiful! You continue. Suddenly, the trees are swathed in green silk, bells, and hanging candles. You would think you were approaching a wedding, if not for... Well, this is like a film set. Each candle holder is a unique creation out of spun green glass. Each one would be worth thousands of dollars, you expect. They're so exquisite. The silk, too, as it trails from tree branch to tree branch above your head, is shimmering and light and filled with so many hues and fractures of color. Well, you begin to doubt that anyone could have made this. It's almost as if the forest has decorated itself. Suddenly, you reach the end of the path. You come out into a clearing. The moon shines down golden. Pine trees hiss and sway in a sudden gust of wind, their perfume filling the chilled night air. What you see in front of you takes your breath away. It is a carved wooden bridge, like something out of Norse mythology, and it spans a deep river. The water of the river is black with nightfall, and golden lights spin in its chattering water. Beyond the bridge is a clearing, and a low, wide, wooden cottage. Beyond the cottage, you can see the glow of 100 more lights. The lower branches of the distant trees are lit with it, illuminated to a pale spring softness. There are more buildings behind this one. It's hard to explain the feeling that comes over you. You feel like the view in front of you is a portal, a doorway, into something new. You can only see this single wooden cottage. On its own, it is beautiful. But it is a lone structure, just another cottage in the forest. But because of the lights and the music and the choir voices, you know that there is community just beyond it. The forest is awake, singing. There are more cottages, perhaps palaces, perhaps a library or a strange woodland theatre. You have stumbled across a new world, and here is the welcome house. You only see this one building, with a path of glowing lights leading up to it. But beyond it, what? A waterfall garden? A tea room built into the branches of a tree? A woman with ears like a sheep, or wings like a monarch butterfly? Deep eye makeup and acrobatic tricks and red drinks that taste like fiery snow. You love the silence and darkness of this cottage, the gentle hush, the nighttime waiting. It is serene. You have the sense that everyone has left their homes dark, that they are gathered together under the stars. The unlit windows speak not of emptiness, but of community, that there are places to be beyond walls. You study the glow of the lights, you listen to the music. The churning sparkle of gold in the river ignites your heart. Here is the ancient thing you've been craving, the festival of strangeness. You take a step closer to the bridge. Who knows what you might find on the other side of this river? But you have an odd sense that you have come home.